In this video, we are having a look at part 4 of our Word Navigation Shortcuts Hints and Tips series. In this video, we are having a look at 4 keyboard shortcuts you can use for selecting text in your Word documents, and then 2 shortcuts that you can use using the Home and End key, taking them a step further within your Word document as well. So firstly, looking at those keyboard shortcuts you can use. We are going to look at the keyboard shortcuts for selecting text within your Word document. So starting off at the beginning of this paragraph, we are going to select a word at a time. The shortcut for this is Ctrl, Shift, and then either the left or right arrow, depending on what direction you want to move in. So pressing Ctrl, Shift, and the right arrow, you can see it is selecting a word to the right of where my cursor started off at. If I put my cursor at the end of that line, of that sentence, if I do Ctrl, Shift and the left arrow, you can see it selects the words one at a time going to the left from where that cursor was. Put my cursor at the beginning of that paragraph. If I now do Ctrl, Shift and Down, it will select one paragraph at a time down from where my cursor is. If I now put my cursor at the end of that last paragraph, reversing that, doing Ctrl, Shift and the up arrow, will select paragraph at a time, moving up from where my cursor was. So these are just 4 shortcuts in which you can select text within your Word document. The next 2 shortcuts we're looking at are using the Home and End key again. I'll put my cursor at the beginning of a paragraph. Doing Ctrl, Shift and the End key will select all of the text from where that cursor is to the end of the Word document. So pressing Ctrl, Shift and End, as I scroll up, you can see that it has selected all the text from that point of where the cursor was all the way down to the end of my Word document. If I now put my cursor at the end of the paragraph just above, do Ctrl, Shift and Home, this is done the opposite, where it's selected from that point in my document to the very beginning. As I scroll down, you can see it is selected from that point all the way to that first page. So these are just some shortcuts in which you can use to select text within your Word documents rather than just clicking and dragging using your mouse. So just a summary of those shortcuts for you. Ctrl, Shift and the left arrow selects one word to the left of where the cursor is. Ctrl, Shift and the right arrow selects one word to the right of where the cursor is. Ctrl, Shift and the up arrow selects one paragraph at a time up from where the cursor is. Ctrl, Shift and the down arrow selects one paragraph at a time down from where that cursor is. And then Ctrl, Shift and the End key selects text from where the cursor is to the end of the document. And then Ctrl, Shift and the Home key selects the text from where your cursor is in your document to the beginning. We hope you like these shortcuts and find time to use them in the future at some point.